temptation. Send me shiver down my spine. Your blood, your sweet temptation. Let this moment be divine. My ruin is your salvation. My ruin is your salvation. In the mosh pit, in the flock, in light of stroboscope, your body moves in chains and leather and booze.
Miss your heartbeat side of mine, your lips, your aspiration, and infect me with your eternal crime.
Good morning, this is Roosta Jones, and hello, and thank you for choosing the Roosta Show. And today we have Nino Sable, and Nino Sable is from Aeon Sable, and also Nino Sable, and he has some other projects, Unwished, and all that. And so we have this gentleman coming on soon. Yes, sir. It is. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There it is. I see. Hello to you.
Hey. Oh, I have to turn the camera, right?
Yes, you do. Good morning.
How? Because yeah, if I put it that way, it will be like this.
That's beautiful.
Okay, but it's not like yours.
Ah, oh well. I'll make it bigger. I'll expand it a little bit with
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, good to see you,
but
Nina.
maybe we can try. Yeah, hello. I'm still here figuring out the techniques. Let me see. He doesn't.
Oh, there
yeah,
you
now he
go.
changed it. Now it's good, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right. Well, wonderful. And well, this is the Bruce Show, and thank you for being here. We have Nino Sable from Aeon Sable and Nino Sable and Unwished, and I guess a whole bunch more stuff. And we'll find out about that. Welcome here. Well, I appreciate you having you. And wow, nice guitar. I love it. So,
yeah, it's a cheap one. It's only for recordings.
oh really?
Yeah, but it's beautiful. I just bought it because it's beautiful, but
It
it's
is
really
beautiful.
a cheap one. I don't know, like $100 or something. So
Wow, that's it. Wow, that's
nothing special.
it's gorgeous.
But it works. It's enough for recording.
Awesome. So tell me about you. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
I was born in Schwelm, which is in Germany, in North Rhine-Westphalia. And at the age of 5, I moved to Portugal, to the north of Portugal, together with my parents. I stood there until I was 18, and then I came back to Germany. So I'm here now for, I don't know, 20 years or something. I don't know how old I am, but for some years I'm back in Germany. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, it's great. Did you have family members that were musicians as well, or did you learn all this by yourself?
Yeah, completely. And I didn't really learn it because I'm not able to read or write music like with that crazy letters. I don't know anything of that. I just go with the ear, and I make all the music. Yeah, driven by the feelings. I have the feeling that it has to be like this, and I have the feeling that it has to be like that, and then I just make it like I write the MIDI files, and sometimes I play 2 or 3 chords on the guitars, but I'm not a professional at all. I have the vision of having a certain sound, and then I try as long as I need just to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get it out of your head, though, huh? that the sound that you really want. And I mean, sometimes you're not, you know, I mean, it's a struggle sometimes because I love to write music too, and writing music's a passion. It's it's a great way of releasing what's inside you, you know, because well, other people feel the same way as you do. So when you play it and sing it, you're reaching those people, you know, and reaching their hearts because they feel the same way you do. Because you're them and they are you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that's a good point. Lately, when I was younger, I was always like, oh, I don't like cover songs. I don't like cover songs because everything that the artist wanted to say is already said by him, by the original one. But now I'm thinking like, oh, but I can understand that someone has some certain impressions by listening to a certain sound, and that it's possible to make kind of a new creation out of it by just covering it. And I believe in both sides. But when I was younger, I was very political, like I don't like covers, make originals.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like if you're gonna take the time and energy to write a song, you know, and to create something or to create it new, you might as well create a new song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, absolutely.
It's like, and so I was kind of looked at playing covers as like karaoke, you know, like a elaborate way of looking at karaoke, you know. I mean, just so I mean that's why I kind of always stayed away from covers. I like to maybe practice when I start, you know, get ready to practice, you know. I'll probably do a couple cover songs, just but not anything live, never. No, wouldn't do that. So that's awesome. Are you talented with
but now I can but
go ahead. You first.
But nowadays I'm just I think that maybe if there is an artist making a great song and I as a listener have another perspective on it and I cover it, it's also kind of a art, you know. When I was younger, I was like criticizing, but nowadays it's like I understand this guy or this girl had a certain feeling on this track, and maybe this person is also able to express it in a more complex way or in a different way, and that's I really like it. Nowadays I like covers, but before I didn't like them at all.
What's an example of something you would like to cover?
Oh, I did some covers, but I didn't release them. I did some covers of Mark Lanigan. I don't know if you know this guy from Screaming Trees. He passed away 2 years ago on COVID. Yeah. And I did a cover on Einstürzen Neubauten, but hey, I never released them because I don't have the rights to release them. I did a cover of a Sisters of Mercy song, but this is just for me to play because there are really some songs that I think I feel in a different way than the artist, than the original artist. And yeah, it's like playing around with other kids, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I did a cover, did Temple of Love personally. So yeah, Sisters of Mercy, they're always good to jam out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how was it. I think it was driven by the snow or something. I can't remember. No, it was 911 9 while 9 that I covered. Yeah, and I have a Telegram group, and I have like 50 followers there, and I put all that stuff in that group. You know, so there are a few people on the world that get all this stuff. And it's for free, and all my paintings and all my video stuff and so on. But no, I'm not releasing covers in a big way, you know.
So, okay, you just said something that I'm gonna get off the subject a little bit. You're a painter as well?
I do all kind of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. That's awesome.
I'm more into digital stuff, so I do like vector graphics a lot. I love Adobe definitely. Illustrator, and I love it when it's mathematically perfect. I do a lot of movie stuff with the DaVinci Resolve short clips and so on. But I'm not posting them on Facebook. I'm posting them, I think, only on Threads. So I have kind of several homes. Sometimes I do photography, and I have expositions with that also. But mainly, I'm on the topic of music.
That's awesome. I love graphic. We have a lot in common. I actually went to college for graphic design, so I love Adobe. I love all the stuff that they put out.
Yeah,
Wonderful products.
yeah.
So are you do you play any other instruments besides a little bit of guitar? Do you play a little piano or anything?
No, I program everything. I do
You
everything as
program everything.
MIDI files. And yeah, I have a synthesizer here, old synthesizer. A friend of mine who died a few years ago, he left it to me. It is uh, I don't know, a microcork. It's a very old thing from I think it's from the 80s, and it
Awesome.
makes some sounds. It makes
Some of
some
the
great
best
sounds,
are
and
from the
sometimes,
80s. Some of the best
yeah,
are from the 80s, though. The 80s were
and
great, man.
it's a lot of fun to have it while I don't know when I'm sitting here alone at night and have some free time, and then I'm just chilling around with it. And sometimes there is one melody or two melodies that I record with the iPhone, so that later the next day I can do that on my computer, because my music is mostly made on the computer. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. So tell me about, you have like several different projects going on. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
are they all just a little bit of you? Like, you know, I mean, like a little bit a different part of you, you know, like parts of different personages of your, you know, who you are.
Hmm,
They
it's a little bit.
are in the style.
No, it's a little bit like that. Um, I have a leather jacket, so whenever I make some goth rock or metal stuff, I am that person, with a leather jacket.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm working like this, I'm working with everything, and I know it's better. I'm working well. I'm working with everything. How my mood is. So I have
Yeah.
uh, a few years ago, I did the black hole cement stuff. Is it
Yeah.
inverted? Ah, okay. We need a mirror. Yeah, and
That's
this
awesome.
was an industrial thing. It was a drone, dark, ambient industrial thing. It was only 25 copies. I did them all by hand, and they are all very unique with a special picture inside, which is unique only on each one. And I have this one. I have this project. It's called Unwished,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a project together with a friend from Athens, with Babis, a great musician, really great guitar player, great producer. I really love to work with him. We did this last year, and
Yeah.
I have Aeon Sable, of course. Uh,
Yeah, I have
this one,
all A and Sable. Yep. Actually, that album is playing right now.
yeah,
I have it playing
the
right now.
Hyperion, yeah,
Yep. That's playing right now.
nice, nice. I have this one. It's Melancholia. It's some grunge indie stuff that I'm also doing,
Oh,
and oh, I don't know. I have more, but
you're all
I
over the
don't know.
place. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a
Yeah,
man of many sounds, I guess is the way to
yeah,
say it, huh?
yeah, yeah.
But
And lately,
did you get any training with your singing though, with your vocals?
no,
Your
not at
vocals are
all.
amazing. You're right on the spot. You
Thank
know
you.
exactly how to reach the people. You know, I watched some of your live, and it's just the way what your stage performance, your stage presentation
Yeah,
is is top notch. It's wonderful. So
it's
it's
from the heart.
yeah, exactly. You know, that's
So
what's so cool. I mean, that's what I like about you. It's you could definitely feel that you really mean what you're playing and singing.
yeah,
So um That's great. Do you have a major? Do you have a pretty good fan following in Germany?
Yeah, we have some here. I don't know how many, but we whenever we play here in our area,
Yeah,
we have like 300 people
yeah.
coming, so it's pretty good. And outside, it's also always good. Very good. It's when we play at the Wave Gothic Treffen, we have thousands of people. It's
Oh
pretty
wow,
nice. Yeah.
that's
And
awesome. I
but
noticed you played with Still Patient at one point.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
They are
talked with him
friends
one
of mine.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had an interview with him one time. It was wonderful.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, do you ever get out and play in America?
Not yet. No, we have been playing across Europe so far, but maybe who knows? We are in the latest years. There are a lot of people coming from America listening to the
Yeah,
stuff that we do, and yeah, I'm looking forward that this may one day happen.
that's awesome. I hope so. So, tell me about you have the different projects like Aeon Sable. Uh, what's what is it? Okay, first of all, the name is the Aeon Sable part. How did that come about? What's the Aeon? What is it? Was it just to be catchy? It is a little bit catchy.
I don't
But
know if
is
it's
there a meaning
catchy.
behind it? Is there any kind of meaning behind it, or
Yeah, it this Aeon is a time like time time
okay?
piece of time, so to say.
Okay,
and
okay. I didn't know that.
sable is a tincture that was used to paint black on metals in the medieval times. So for me, and it also means sand. So it's something in between, like the dark age of sand or something like that.
Oh,
So it's the end of everything.
wow, that's crazy. It's like almost like one of those the time pieces where the sand comes in, and
Yeah,
that's the last
yeah,
bit of the sand that's
yeah,
coming through. That's
yeah.
the Aeon Sable.
Pretty-
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, then
Yeah.
now, so Nino Sable project. That's just
It's my
like
name.
yeah, solo project basically. Is it? But do you have other
Mm,
people in that project besides you?
yeah, sometimes it's with Nino Sable. It's like I make 90% of the music, and then I meet people. I ask people if they want to join me, if they want to work with me. Last time we did
Collaborate. Yep.
with Lars Kapler from Sweet Ermengarde. He's a good friend of mine, and I asked him if he wanted to join the band and help me with the production, and he said yes. And he's much into gothic rock, so he's
Yeah.
100%
What was
gothic
the name again?
rock. Lars Kapler.
Oh yeah,
He's
Lars. Yeah,
also
Lars. I love Lars, dude. Bassist. Yeah, from
yeah,
October Burns Black, and yeah,
also yeah,
I
yeah,
love him. Yeah,
exactly.
I interviewed him too. I love that guy. He's I
Nice.
actually yeah, he's in on my YouTube channel. I actually known him since 2016. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's a wonderful and talented, very talented man. Oh
Yeah,
God, I
yeah,
love him so much. Every time I talk to him, I get a great joy.
yeah.
So,
It's funny.
did you ever play
He
live with
lives.
him?
Yeah, yeah. With Nino Sable, we had one special appearance where we played the whole album, and it was just one appearance that we had, and I think it will never happen again because this setup was exclusively for that event
Yeah.
that was taking part at that time when pandemics were. So it was really a little bit forbidden, but we did it anyway, and it was good. It was, and he's a very good live musician too. We know each other for many years, and he's a neighbor. So sometimes I go to his place by bicycle. So it's really nice to have him around the corner.
Oh, that is amazing. You're so lucky. I wish I had him. I mean, I wish I lived there so I could be around him. There's so many great people out there in England and Germany and all that good stuff that I love so much. I mean, there's so much talent out in where you're at. It's just I mean, yeah, there's talent here in America, but I found that most of them that were overseas are really humble and they really are passionate about their music. Well, some of them in America are just a little bit cocky, and get full of themselves.
I don't
But
know.
a lot of people out there just seem like that's they do it just out of love, for the love for the music and love for the
Yeah.
people, and it's amazing. So tell me about how you come about creating your music.
So you mean the
What's the
process of
process? Yeah, the process.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I have a DAW. I work with FL Studio. I know a lot of musicians don't like it. They love to work with Cubase and Pro Tools, but I don't care. I'm working with FL Studio since it was called Fruity Loops, so
Yeah.
I'm into it. And I always abused it to make metal and all that stuff, even
Yeah.
in the times when it still was more for techno. But I found out how to work with it pretty fast. And well, the beginning is sometimes I am walking around and I have a melody in my head and I record it on my iPhone, and then I go home and I just write it down. Or most of the times it's like I sit in front of the computer and I listen to something, I listen to music, or I have a thought that I want to make a song, industrial song or a pop song or whatever. And then I start my machine and I just go for it. I make the drums first because that's the most important thing for me, is always
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
the, the drums. Afterwards, I put some basses on. Sometimes I play them, sometimes I program them. It's just the mood of the day. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It's not important how I record them. And then
Yeah.
when I have this background, I look for melodies, and this is how things are getting together. It's uh, like a question and answer game that I play with myself. So I put something in, and then what does it reminds me? It reminds me this. So let's try this. And I think this is also the point why you said that I'm on the top with my vocals and lyrics and
Yeah.
so on, because I have like 5 hours or 6 hours of producing on sitting on one track and having all that, the idea of the song completely in my head. It makes it
Yeah.
easy to afterwards put some vocals on. And vocals are always the last thing that I do, because at the end, or before I record the vocals, or before I record the lyrics, before I write the lyrics, I ask the song, what are you about? So
Yeah.
tell me your name. So and then I start to analyze my work that I did before,
Yeah.
very creative work, and I ask it, where do we go now? What kind of voice? What kind of singing? What kind of
Yeah.
melody? What's the thing that you have a say? And
Yeah.
most of the times I do it like I play the song and I press record and I just sing something. It doesn't make any sense, but there are some words that are important and those words are popping up. And afterwards I listen to that first take and I write down the most important words that I found. And then I start to build a story around it. So because I think that from the
Ah,
first impression, when you ask
I
the
like it.
song, what are you about? It will tell you, and it will let you tell it also.
Yeah.
So that's why I do this first recording. The first recording is shit. I will erase it all the time, but it leads me to the lyrics, to the vocals, to the feelings, to
That makes sense.
everything that's on it.
Yeah, yeah, that's neat. 'Cause, that's actually brilliant. Because yeah, actually, once you get the drums established, then because you need an establishment, something stable to, yeah, almost said stable, stable to work with, and then once you
Yeah,
work with, yeah, I mean, you get the drums and the bass, then yeah, I can see that you can your mind can start organizing itself and to that beat, and feeling that beat and understanding it, and the words will start I can see that. That's brilliant. That's a good way of doing it.
It's like building a house, you know. You can't build a house starting from the living room. Can't do it.
Yeah.
So you have to,
Gotta have a solid
start.
well, you have to have the concrete first before building the house.
Yeah.
So that like the drums and the bass could be like the concrete, you know what I mean? And then you frame around it. So
Absolutely.
that's brilliant. Good job. So what got you to want to what Unwished, the Unwished album? I actually haven't heard that yet. I just found it before I got on with you, and so I'm gonna listen to it when I get off. Tell me about that album.
Yeah. I was in Athens on vacation. I took some holidays there, and I met Babis. And yeah, we talked and we drank and we made some music on the rooftop. And we found out that we can work together. And I went to his studio on one of the days when I was on holidays there, and we did one track, the Antichton track, the main
Yeah.
track, and it was like 1 hour of work. So it was really like, okay, we can easily work together.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I flew back home to Germany, and then we started to. I sent him some of my tracks. He showed me some of his tracks, and then he changed my music completely. He kind of erased all the music and just left the vocals. It was a little bit of you know, I've been working for
Uneasy at
so
first.
long, yeah, but and it took like, I don't know, like half a year for us to have the album ready, and then something really stupid happened. It The computer of him crashed, and it was zero. Everything was gone, everything. And we was like, should we really do it again or not, or just keep the secret with us, because we had those cheap mp3 files already, you know,
Yeah.
but not the real stuff. But Babis said, no, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it again, this has to be done again. And so he had like 3 more months to work it out. And I'm still very thankful, Babis. Thank you so much, because this album is really like cut from my heart. It's really so beautiful, and this is also impressing when you work with other artists. Sometimes they lead you to another wave, and other times to another wave, and you're
Yeah.
always like surfing on other waves, and you discover parts of you that you didn't know before. And it is one of the most beautiful albums that I did. The other albums that I did were more technical, more powerful, more metal, but this was really like, yeah, a child of love, like I say. Yeah,
That's neat you said that, because yeah, working with other artists, you could expand your mind, expand your soul, you know, so to say.
absolutely.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
with Drew Freeman, you know, who's with all these bands, you know, with Sometime the Wolf and all that, you know, and now he's working with Lars and with
yeah,
Sweet, you know. So I mean, and he also has the other band, Thorns. Oh, what is that? All the Thorns. I think it's
yeah. All
called
My Thorns. Yeah,
All
I
My
think it's
Thorns.
All My
Yeah,
Thorns. Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, just he's able to, you know, it's like he's able to expand himself a lot more, just like you know, expand his talents, his emotions, his, you know, and reach more people, you know, that way as well, you know, just like you know, you have all these different projects,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you're able to, the way you did it, you're able to reach more people, you know, expand your horizon a little more, you know, and people, actually the fans appreciate it too. I'm sure they do. I know I do, because I like variety. I like, you know, and
yeah,
there's more in us than we actually sometimes feel. You know, there's a lot bottled up inside. You know, I mean,
yeah.
you and me are almost about the same age. I know you're
Mm.
born in '79, right? Yeah, and so don't worry, cut this out. But But
It's
you look
okay.
22. You look 22. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
You look
You
better than I
too.
do. Hey, I was born in 72, man. Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't even know. Yeah.
we
I
can't
think
do anything
I
about
was
it.
I was raised in the Civil War. So yeah, but yeah. It's nice to be able to expand yourself though, expand your horizon a little more. And so that's good that you do that. Because yeah, like I said, there's a lot inside of us. We go through a lot. There's been
Yeah,
especially lately, there's been so much going on in this world that just causes so much confusion,
yeah,
anger, and bitterness and confusion, and it's just overwhelming the world right now with
you're
all
absolutely
all this
right. Yeah,
COVID and all this genre stuff and gender stuff and everything that's going on is just really overwhelming, so to say.
yeah.
How do you
I
feel
like
about
I like to make this several projects because I think once you know the basics, you are able to make a pop song, you're able to make a metal song once you
yeah
get the point, you know. And lately, in I think it was February, I released a German CD EP. It's called the Deutsch EP, and it was completely different. My singing was completely different. The music was completely different, and this is the point that I think I was born for, to make it all dark styles, but always different. You know,
yeah
I think it's funny because I want my listeners to have the impression we never know what we get, but it will be good. But we never
yeah
know what's the next thing, you know. And that's why I like to play with a lot of bands, with a lot of people, because I think we can only evolve if we can only go forward if
I
we
know what
have
you
a
mean.
lot of impressions, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, see, you and Lars are a lot like. You guys are like two brothers, man. I swear. Yes, it's the same way with him. He does metal, he does a bunch of goth and all this stuff, but and they're
Yeah,
all dark, they're all
yeah,
this is I mean, but that's important though. That's important because there is a lot of darkness in this world. Yeah, I mean, there's more darkness than there is light.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
I
sometimes it's hard to sometimes it's even hard to see the light because it's so overwhelming with all the the stuff, that turmoil that's going on in this world. It's sometimes hard to see the
Yeah,
hope, but with your songs, you always have a way of hope at the end. You have that release, that hope that there's something good coming out of this. You have the darkness, but you have that hope. There's
yeah,
light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you have been telling a lot about talking about the way of the world right now, and you are with the after the pandemics. I have the impression that there is only shit being thrown over us. So we have the wars and all that stuff, and I see it's incredible. But yesterday I was in the big city for doing some shopping, and there were a lot of drug addicts that I haven't seen before. They are new. And I talked to a friend of mine. I was discussing with him about it, and he said, it's obvious. It's because the world is in a certain circumstance. And that's
Yeah.
why we have all these people looking for love, looking for peace, and so on, and they find it in the drug. It's not a good point. It's not
It
a good thing.
No, it's not. It's like that old song, "Looking for love in all the wrong places." You know
Yeah, absolutely.
exactly. So, would you like to say anything to your fans right now?
Yeah, I have some new stuff coming out. I always have new stuff coming out. Today I did a track together with Lustige. which he's a techno guy from Italy.
Okay.
And
awesome.
It's completely different again. I'm also working with Cleopatra Kaido from Athens. She sang some stuff for me, and we are closing it, so I think it will be released soon. And then there's gonna be a CD release. I think it's gonna be November. I did. It's a pity this is wrong. It should be. But it's
I like that. That's
it's
nice.
a new Nino Sable album called The Soul, but it's very minimalistic. It's like dark jazz, but it has some growls, and it's really it comes together on a CD with a booklet with 18 pages, and on the pages you will find the story, which you can read while you are listening to the album, and it explains how the album was made, but in a very it's a trip. It's a big trip, and I'm looking forward what the people will say. But if I would buy this CD,
That's
I would
cool.
love it. So
that actually sounds exciting.
That's why I'm doing
I want to listen to it. I want to listen to it and read it. That'll be amazing.
You will get it. You will get it. Yeah. And there's gonna be also a gothic rock album. I already finished it, but it's now at our Lars, and he's working with me on it. He's working with me on it, and I think it's gonna be a really good gothic rock album. So you see, there is techno, there is electro, there is dark jazz, and there is gothic rock coming out the next time. And I'm very, very happy for people like you and like you who are watching this. Without you, I wouldn't be here, I think. So thank you
awesome.
all.
Yeah, bless you, man. Bless you and your family and your career. I'm stoked about having you here because watching you throughout the years, I actually have been listening to you for a long time. I've been playing you on my show when I was doing mixes and all that. I stopped doing the mixes for right now, but so that I could do the interviews. And I've been playing for a while, and I love it. And you always have a place in my home. You always have a place in my heart, and so I appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you for your time here today, and thank you for being here. And if you want in the future, we're gonna put out an album. You want to do a promo, just hit me up. And we'll record something. You could describe, we could do like a good 10-minute, 15-minute promo, and you could talk about your album and talk about each track and explain it to us, from your heart and your soul. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bless you. And
so wish you a great weekend. And hope to see you soon.
You will see me soon. I'm always here for you. Thank you again, Bless you and take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bud. Appreciate you.
to